Rob, Wendy, while Ed Pawlowski is seeking re-election to a third term as Allentown's mayor, a nonprofit corporation in the name of Pawlowski for Governor has been created. Right now, the race for governor is crowded, but there's no individual that's dominating the playing field. And according to a political science professor from the Lehigh Valley, that could help the mayor in what's being considered a challenging race. A large group of Matt Cartwright supporters have gathered here. They are watching the election results as they come in. And as you said, the election results look pretty good for Matt Cartwright right now. Right now, Matt Cartwright is upstairs in a suite watching the election results come in with his family. And as Dwayne just said, he is looking to unseat incumbent Congressman Tim Holden, who has held his congressional seat for 10 terms. Matt Cartwright is an attorney. He's been an attorney for 24 years, and he's never held elected office. Rob, Flyers fans were hoping for a 4-game sweep Wednesday night against the Pittsburgh Penguins at home, but the Flyers lost 10-3. So tonight, Game 5 being played in Pittsburgh, and it's been a nail-biter of a game. The Flyers are down by 1. Fans here at PJ Wheelahands in Bethlehem are nervous, but still confident the Flyers can pull off a win tonight and end this series. While the recent rains have made the fields perfect for planting, now it's the high winds and cold temperatures that are reasons for concern. The governor's proposal to cut 20% of state funding to health and human services and education has many fighting mad. 4 state legislators were on hand at a forum today to listen to those who are concerned about possibly losing the services that they rely on daily. Rob, Wendy, the calendar may still say spring, but it feels more like summer out here today, feeling like the high 90s out here at Lehigh Parkway. But no one we spoke to today is complaining. Catherine, police in Reading have just released details about last night's shooting, and they are asking for the public's help in apprehending the shooter or shooters. We now know the victim is 30-year-old Galdino Pablo Aguilar. However, the victim's foreign ID card identifies him as 28-year-old Juan Pablo Orihuela. As police continue to study video surveillance from the scene, a shooter remains on the loose, leaving neighbors on edge. Police in Reading blocked off the area surrounding North 9th Street and the 700 block of Lance Place Friday night after shots rang out around 9:40, killing a man. An autopsy was done, and the coroner confirmed the victim was shot multiple times in the torso. According to police, 3 9mm casings were found near the victim's body. Police say the victim died as a result of his injuries. Witnesses reported seeing flashes from gunfire and the victim falling to the ground screaming.
It was crazy. It was crazy and dark and crazy. Like, it was bad.
Marcy Gomez was home when she heard the shots fired.
I'm watching TV, and all of a sudden I hear boom, boom, boom. I come run out on my balcony. You see cops, you see blood, cops. And that's it. And just like, and all of a sudden, all the cops are just walking on the block, banging on people's doors, like, yo, what's up, what's up? I'm like, yo, there's old people on the block. You know what I'm saying? Stop knocking on people's doors.
Corey Johnson was also home. He was sleeping and woke up to the sounds of gunfire right behind his house.
Getting out and having kids, it kind of gives you an iffy feeling, you know, especially when you got your kids that play right next door, you know, or right outside. You know, you don't know what's going on.
The motive behind the shooting remains a mystery tonight. Police are continuing their investigation and are asking if you have any information to call police. As for the shooter, police say that person remains on the loose and neighbors should be on alert. Wendy and Rob, police say the Ross Township monthly supervisors meeting just got underway shortly after 7 last night when 59-year-old Rockney Newell marched his way toward this building near Saylorsburg and started firing shots through a window, killing 3 people and injuring 3 others. This is Rockney Newell leaving his arraignment in Lehighton this morning. Police say around 7:20 last night, the 59-year-old opened fire through a window at the Ross Township Municipal Building. The shots passed through an office and entered the meeting room. 14 rounds were fired from that side window, and he didn't stop there.
Newell also then went to a side door. As he approached that door, fired several additional rounds from the rifle. And entered that door, firing rounds into the meeting room. For a brief moment, police say the shooting stopped. That's when police say Newell left to change guns. According to state police, Newell returned with a .44 Magnum and fired additional shots through the front door.
Police praised the quick action of two men at the meeting for putting a stop to Newell. They are Bernie Kozin, the director of parks, and Mark Kresh, a resident.
As he began to enter into the meeting room, attendees at the meeting observed him returning. Two very courageous individuals. We'll provide you their names in just a minute. They are heroes in this whole incident. Two very courageous individuals positioned themselves in a way that they were able to jump on this subject as he came through the door. They wrestled with him in an attempt to subdue him, even while he was firing rounds from that .44 Magnum revolver.
Now, Rockne Newell is charged with 3 counts of criminal homicide for the deaths of 62-year-old David Fleetwood of Saylorsburg, 64-year-old James LaGuardia of Saylorsburg, and 53-year-old Gerard Kozik of Saylorsburg. People injured: Linda Kozik, Frank Pirano, and Howard Beers. Their injuries are said to be not life-threatening. Now, the flag here at the Ross Township Municipal Building is flying at half-staff in honor of the victims from this shooting here last night. In the meantime, as we have been here, people have been coming and laying flowers at the front door. Paula Giacomo reporting live for 69 News in Monroe County. 53-year-old Jerry Kozik of Saylorsburg and his wife Linda were among those inside the Ross Township Municipal Building when shots rang out during the monthly supervisors meeting August 5th. Jerry Kozik died. His wife Linda was shot in the leg and was just released from the hospital last week. Funeral services were put on hold so Linda could attend. Today, friends and family members gathered to say a final goodbye to a man described as passionate about his music, compassionate toward his friends, and devoted to his family.
It's a real tragedy what's happening.
Steve Bronstein was Jerry Kozik's friend for decades. While attending Kozik's funeral today in Broadheadsville, Bronstein reminisced about their days together in the music industry.
Brilliant. He was a genius. He was a bona fide genius. He's one of the best musicians I've ever heard or known. I'm a musician myself, and we actually were friendly rivals. We both play keyboards and sing, and we've worked together along with his wife, Linda. He had a great sense of humor, and he was a great friend.
As a professional musician, Kozik played throughout the Poconos and around the world. In June of 2004, he performed for President George Bush at the White House. As a young boy, Kozik was a charter member of the Singing Boys of Pennsylvania. Bernard Shade is the director. His musical group was asked to sing at Kozik's funeral. Shade remembers Kozik as jovial in nature, but always serious about his music.
In 1988, we were going to Japan, and I said, could you write me a jazz medley of songs, of American folk songs? And he did it. He wrote it in Japanese. We sang it before about 30 audiences, so his music was heard all over Japan.
Jerry Kozik and his wife Linda had been married for 16 years. Linda's cousin says Kozik was not only passionate about his music, but also a devoted family man.
They were like the perfect duo, both off stage and on stage. His legacy will live on, and she will make it through. She's vowed to not let his death be in vain.
A website has been set up to help Linda Kozik with her mounting medical expenses. If you would like to donate, just go to our website, WFMZ.com. The alleged shooter, 59-year-old Rockne Newell, is facing criminal homicide charges in connection with that shooting in Monroe County. Catherine? Welcome to Parafest 2013 at the Sands Bethlehem Event Center, a convention that features anything that has to do with the paranormal, the supernatural, and horror.
People that love horror movies, scary movies, people that love ghost TV shows, and also people that dig comic books and sci-fi. It's just a celebration of all of that.
A celebration that includes everything from the mundane to the horrific. Looking for science fiction posters and pins, voodoo dolls, or scary pumpkins? It's here. You can also have your picture taken with a baby alligator or tarantula. Some event goers even dress up as their favorite horror character and attend zombie parties. How about a new doll? Sinceri from Philadelphia is here selling her handmade zombie babies.
What I do is basically bring undead life to old discarded dolls.
There are not only dozens of vendors here, but also celebrities are on hand for autograph signing.
The fans and the audience of the show, The Walking Dead, come out. They're very well informed, well versed. It's really great.
Actor Grant Wilson spent 8 seasons on the Sci-Fi Channel's hit cable TV show Ghost Hunters, a show that investigates paranormal activity, something Wilson enjoys doing off camera.
Let's say at your house, you think some ghost is closing your door and slamming your door or something like that. I'll go in and look for drafts or check the balance of the hinges to see if there's any normal, natural reason. In so doing, you come across a lot of weird stuff that you can't explain away. So I'm just happy to help people.
Parafest 2013 runs through Sunday. Admission starts at $20. In Bethlehem, Paula Giacomo, 69 News. You may have noticed this new billboard along the 400 block of South Lehigh Avenue in Frackville, Schuylkill County. The Coalition to Stop Gun Violence put up the billboard demanding the firing of Gilberton Police Chief Mark Kessler. He was suspended from his job August 1st for allegedly using department weapons and ammunition to make online videos showing him firing guns. You may recall Kessler's profanity-laced video he posted on YouTube that shows him firing guns and mocking liberals. The Coalition to Stop Gun Violence says Kessler is a menace and must be removed from his position. Kessler noticed the billboard several days ago.
I was driving down the highway here going to visit my parents, and I noticed the sign, turned around, went back up my camera, came back, jumped up on the platform and had a picture taken, standing with a AR-15.
And there were plenty of semi-automatic rifles and handguns here. In a Facebook posting about the rally, Kessler wrote, "Don't forget to bring your firearms." More than a dozen people with firearms in hand showed up in support of Kessler. Bonnie Cook of Bangor says the billboard is sad.
I am honored to be here. It's a borough issue, and they've dealt with it. So I don't see why people have to keep trying to put more penalty on him or tell the council what to do. They're not even involved.
While Kessler calls the billboard comical, he says he's not going to stop exercising his First and Second Amendment rights. Kessler is due back on the job as police chief of Gilberton on August 31st. In Schuylkill County, Paula Giacomo, 69 News.